Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Healthy Girl Pod. Um, Happy to be here. Oh wow, my friend and my super fan has bullied me off like all through last week. Madam, what are you doing? Where's our video? Where's the update? Guys, I'm sorry. It's just been a lot happening lately. And I know it's becoming like what do you call it? Like a broken record. Yeah. I'm trying to keep up. I will keep trying. I have had videos, but I have not had time to edit them and put them out. I'm sorry. Anyway, we are here right now. If this is the first time you're coming to this channel, you're welcome. If you're a super fan, you've been watching, you're day one, thank you so much for keeping the love alive. Thank you so much. So today, I've come to talk about something that is very important, when it comes to having a healthy life, especially in this world that we are in today. I've previously talked about healthy mind, healthy mind, how to keep your mind in check, and how everything starts with the mind anyway. Like your health starts with your mind. What you must have to determine what you eat, how you exercise, how to have control of your body, things like that. Diet, everything still starts with what you think in your mind, how you see yourself. So that's what I'm talking about today. And I didn't even think it was even related until something happened recently, and I was led to share it with my friend, and she was like, "Oh, we could actually talk about this on the channel." Yeah, because it's something that has to do with having. It also has something to do with the eventuality of having a good health. So what I'm talking about is actually identity, which is not something you hear a lot as a child growing up, or especially when you're growing up in Nigeria with a typical African parent, typical Nigerian parents, there are more important things than talking about your identity, of which, they do talk about identity and they do try to imprint it on you, especially coming from Nigeria, but not in the way that I feel like it should be done. Okay, so before I confuse you, let me just start from the beginning. What started this? So my eldest daughter, she was playing with her younger daughter, my younger sister. Okay, so she's 9. She was playing with her 7-year-old sister, and I don't know what they were talking about. I don't know what they were doing. And the younger one now told the older one, Zara, that, "Oh, you're not a serious person." Of which anyone who knows Zara knows that Zara is actually very serious. She's actually a very, very serious person. She takes her assignments seriously. She takes her work seriously. She takes her school seriously. She takes coming first or being the best in school seriously. She's just like that kind of girl that like she's a born leader. She knows like this is what I want to do. She's like a born natural leader. So she takes, I think seriously. So I don't know what she did or why her sister said that to her, and she was sad. I won't say sad. I mean, you know how kids are. So she came to meet me. "Mommy, Morire said that I'm not serious and I'm not happy about that." I'm like, "Oh, Morire says you're not serious and you're not happy about that. What have I told you about when somebody says you are who you are not? Who are you?" So I threw that question back at her. And there's something I normally tell them. Well, let me just say first that she just says, "Well, I am a great oak planted by the Lord to display His glory." Ha! At that moment, when she just told me that, I felt like I won in life. Because that I was asking her the question, I wasn't expecting that response. I was expecting her to say that I am a serious person. But that she just switched to the word of God and just gave it back to me. I just felt like, oh my God, I've won in life. I mean, like, I sometimes I feel, as a mother, sometimes you don't know if you're actually making an impact, or you feel like, these children will turn out how they want to turn out to me and try my best. I cannot kill myself. But to know that, when I asked her that, the first thing she said to me was, "I am a great oak planted by the Lord to display His glory." Oh, send me shock. I'm like, oh yes, thank you, Jesus. So I'm like, oh, you know that you're a great oak planted of the Lord to display your glory. So how can you be unserious? How can what someone who created heaven and earth, planted on earth, be unserious? So you know who you are. And you should not allow someone to tell you who you are. And this is why I'm here today to talk about this. Identity. In a country like Nigeria, identity is a huge thing. Not in the way that it should, but it's a huge thing. I am a Yoruba first before I am a Christian or a Muslim. I am a Christian first before I am anything else. I am from the South. I'm Igbo. I am Hausa. I'm Fulani. I'm Niger Delta. I am not Igbo. I'm Niger Delta. I'm not Igbo. I am. Do you understand? Everybody just wants to be in there, especially with the last election. People are they're fighting for their identity. They're fighting. They just want to. They want to belong. They want to know who they are, because it's the basis of everything you do in life. If you don't know who you are, people will tell you you're not. And that's how since I was like maybe 2021, I have been navigating my life thinking, I know who I am. Knowing who you are saves you from unnecessary things in life. It improves your quality of life, and let me tell you how. So if somebody tells you, oh, this is who you are, or if somebody is doing something to you, or if somebody is being mean to you, or necessarily doing things to you to hurt you, it shouldn't hurt you if you know who you are. The only time it will hurt you is if you feel like it's true. So if somebody comes to you and says, oh my God, you're so ugly, and you know that you're like, maybe you just won a Miss Nigerian contest or Miss World contest. Or imagine somebody going to Abani and tell her, oh, Abani, you're so ugly. I mean, we should look at the person like, are you? She might just look at the person like a mad person, someone that has mental problem. Like, nah, I can't stoop low, because she knows she's beautiful. Do you see what I mean? Meanwhile, if you had the insecurity and you have always thought you were ugly, if somebody comes to meet you and tells you, oh, you're so ugly, ew, it would affect you. You might cry all day long. You might like, it will hit deep where you don't even believe it will hit. And that's not because of what they said. It's really because of what you believe you are, who you think you are. So thinking about that, like, my daughter was sad because her sister told her that she was unserious, even though she's the most serious person in this universe, a serious kid in her class. Like, see, I don't know anybody that comes back from school and carries their assignments immediately and starts doing it. Any child, that's who Zara is. So why would you? So because she doesn't, even doing that, she doesn't still believe that she is serious, even though she gets excellent. She's like the top of her class. Like, do you understand? But she's a kid. So that's the difference, because kids, they're still learning their emotions, they're learning who they are. But as an adult, do you know who you are? If somebody's gossiping about you, telling you something, telling you things about you, it should not move you, because you know who you are. It should not affect your mental health, because you know who you are. So there was something that happened to me, like, I don't even know if I've shared it. It happened to me like almost a decade ago. And someone said to me that I was looking like a house help. That particular day, I was looking like a house help. I would not lie. I was wearing like a singlet dress, I was wearing slippers, my hair was not done. I was just freshly woken up and all of that. But it's almost a decade. I haven't forgotten. Not because I feel like I'm a house help. I've never been a house help. I mean, come on. But because at that particular period, I truly believed I looked like it. So if somebody has like a scar on their body and you say, or maybe somebody has a scar on their body, and you're like, oh, that's why you see your ugly scar. So even if you have made peace with that scar, just because you have that scar, and the person touches that particular pinpoint, it just hurts deeply, So it affected me, like, throughout that whole day. It affected me, like, what the person said to me. Until now, I haven't forgotten it, because it was at my most vulnerable state. That was when the person said that to me. It was at my most vulnerable state. So I remember, like, I can never forget something that, even though if you forgive things like that, you'll never forget, because that's when you're vulnerable. That's when, and that's what you actually believe you look like at that particular period. And you know why you look like that, because you were going through something, So it's because I actually thought I didn't look, when you feel like you don't look good already, when you feel like, life is coming at you and all of that. Meanwhile, I was actually pregnant when that person said it. So, your body's changing, you're losing teeth, your hair is, cutting, and things are happening to you, that your nose is spreading. Your nose is spreading. So it really hurt because I was in that vulnerable state. But it's not really what the person said that actually made me that sad. It's because I believed it. Because if someone were to come and meet me now and said that to me, I'll just look at you and just keep it moving. You don't know what you're talking about. You have mental problems. That's what I'll just think in my head. I will not even respond to you. I'll just look at you like, because I know who I am. But that particular period, that was how I was feeling. So it was not really what the person said. It was how I was feeling about myself at that particular period. And it was affecting my, like I said, till now, I've not been able to forget what happened, because it hurt me deeply, right? I may have forgiven, but I haven't forgotten because it hurt me deeply. So that's one thing about, our identity, how it can affect the quality of life we live, right? It can affect us, it can affect the actions we do, the actions we make going forward. It can affect our decisions, because if we don't know who we are, the world will tell us who we are not. And especially for children and teenagers, it's like the most important thing to know who you are, to know who you are also not. Do you understand? Apart from knowing who you are, also know who you are not, so that nobody can bamboozle you into, this or that, or you are this or that. No. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are not? When I was young, my dad, every time we were going, like I was like 4 or 5, when we were going, 5, when I was in primary 1, going for my first term exam for primary 1, I remember I was 6, and this man, as I was entering into the car, I have a vivid picture of it. As a 6-year-old, I was entering into the car to go for my first examination. My father tells me, "Have sat. You're going to this exam. Don't ask anyone for anything. Don't look into anybody's exam paper." Number one, it didn't even occur to me that those were a possibility, right? As a 6-year-old, but it was like, don't do anything to disgrace my name. Remember the child of whom you are. Do not spoil my name. And he says that every single time we're going for exams, or it just keeps putting it in our head, like, remember the child of who you are. Remember whose child you are. Remember my name. I'm poor because I refused to do some things, because I wanted to keep my name clean and spotless. So please don't go there and embarrass me or bring shame to my name. And that actually stuck. Even though I'm no longer a Balogun, when I'm thinking about doing anything, I just think, hey, oh, my father said, do you understand? That identity of I belong to this line of family, and this is what we do, and this is what we don't do. Do you understand? As a child, it forged my. So even though I am not, spotless, it keeps me in check. Basically, what I'm trying to say, it keeps me in check when I want to go overboard. Sometimes I just remember those things, and I just adjust. Like, I cannot disgrace my parents. I remember one particular incident. So when I was in secondary school, the school I went to, you could wear high heels, you could wear platforms, anything everybody could wear at school, and people were always wearing things like that to school, and it was fun. All of a sudden, the same principal just said, "Oh, nobody can wear something more than 1 inch heel. Your shoe must not be 1 inch heel." And if they had given us that rule, maybe like the third time of the previous session, probably when we're shopping for shoes, school shoes, we would have gone for something that was 1 inch high, right? But because now I'm in SS1, and I've gone shopping for the first term, right, the new session, and I bought like a 4-inch platforms that I'm going to wear to school as a SS1 student, right? Only for me to enter school, and they are saying that we can only wear 1 inch. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth! I said no. Number one, my mother is not going to buy me a new shoe. Okay, so this one that she has bought me. So you want me to be wearing the shoe I was wearing in GS3? Please, how does it make sense? Tell me how it makes sense. The sandal I was wearing in GS3, I should now go and be wearing the SS1 because it was from GS3 I was going to SS1. So if they had told me in GS3 third term that we are going to change our rules, or you can now start wearing only 1 inch, maybe I would have gone for, I'll go and buy a shoe that looks cool, maybe sneakers that is 1 inch or something else. So I now went to buy like 4-inch platform because I'm a senior now. You're not telling me I should go and return it or what after like 2 or 3 weeks of wearing it. So they went to leave to our parents. They told us only 1 inch. My mother was like, how many people be wearing your shoe that you are wearing third time? Thank God it has not spoiled. I said, me, God forbid bad thing. So I decided no. I have a younger sister, and my mom used to buy the same things for us, right? So we had the same we bought the same shoe. That same platform is what she has as well. So eventually, I was still trying to, wear it to school. They were catching people, they were sending them home. I didn't even know what they were doing today. I felt like they were just punishing them. But one day my mom was like, this thing is serious. So, yeah, your shoe, don't wear that shoe. Go and remove it. Go and wear the sandals you were wearing in GS3. But as an SS1 student, that thing did not sit with me because I know my mother will not buy another shoe. Since she already wasted her money to buy this one, it will be maybe to SS2 that I'll get a new shoe. I'm like, it's not possible. How would I wear GS3 shoe in SS1? These people are wicked now. So I'm like, no. I said, Mommy, no, I have to wear this shoe to school. I can't wear that GS3. My mother gave me a dirty slap that morning. She just like, who is talking to you? Time is going. Do I have time for this nonsense? Come on, go and change your shoe and come and wear something that has sense. So I collected slap that morning, but because I have coconut head, you know that Ekiti strong head coconut, because I have it, I said, see this woman. I went to the room, I wore the one she asked me to wear. I now carried 2 shoes because I just entered wear the shoes. I just carried 2, put it in my bag. So when I get to school, I'll change. Who is this woman trying to? You want to bully me? I'm going to assert myself. So I carried shoe. I put it inside bag. Like, let me get home. Let me get to school. So I got to school, and I hope I remember why I'm saying this story eventually, because it looks as if I'm diverging. I'm going the right way and the wrong way. Okay. Anyway, I got to school. When I got to school, I changed. I got to school. I entered the class. Like, okay, let me now change to my platforms, and that's how I'm going to be doing it. I'll wear the GS3 shoes, sandals. From home, I get to school, I change it. That's how I'm going to be rolling right now. Nobody will catch me. I'm cool. I'm wise. I'm sharp. I'm smart. The joke's on you, Mom. I brought out the shoes from the bag, and I realized that I brought 2 left legs. One left leg for my own, and the second left leg for my sister's own. 2 left legs. 2 left legs. Whew. It was disappointing, to say the least. It was disappointing, and I wanted to just enter the ground that day. Like, why? Well, because I was just angry. I just carried shoes. Instead of me to look at what I'm carrying, I carried my sister's left leg, carried my own left leg. So now I can't wear left because it was too obvious. If it was like a shoe that, in fact, even if it was any shoe that you're wearing left leg, it would be obvious you're wearing left. Like, because it's even more embarrassing to wear left. Anyway, so but there was this new girl that they just brought into she just transferred into our school, and she was new and she was still looking for friends, and nobody was trying to speak with her because we were only five girls. I was in an engineering class, so we are only five girls, and the rest were boys. So and the girls are paired up. Yeah, so we are four girls. So all of us are paired up. She was like the odd one out, and she was a new student. We have been in the same school for 4 years, so it was easy for us to pair up. And she was trying to find a balance and find a friend, and I felt like, can I use this girl though? I'm like, auntie, please, can you help me with this? Since you don't go anywhere, Kuku, you don't go anywhere, you're always in the class, even during break you're in the class. Kuku, wear this left leg and let me wear your keto. She had this, it wasn't keto, I think it was Ketchers, but it was like all those keto kind of sandals, like a hair. So she was wearing that. I'm like, at least I can manage this one. So I told her, and she was like, no problem. She doesn't go anywhere anyway. So she's always in class. She doesn't even go for break time. And she's a new student. I'm like, at least just for today. Tomorrow, I'll bring the right shoes. That's how this girl allowed me. And we do technical drawing. It's like purely engineering class and all of that. So she doesn't do technical drawing. She opted out of technical drawing. I feel like you can choose technical drawing or not choose it, but she opted out of technical drawing. So during so everything was fine. I mean, I was going out in her shoes and she was in the class just wearing left. Nobody noticed because it was under the desk. So, I mean, it wasn't as if I was trying to embarrass her. Oh my goodness, children are so mean. Anyway, well, after the break I came back to class. So we had after the break we had a technical drawing class, and she wasn't doing it. So I'm like, just go and stay in the other class because there's nobody there. They went for, I think, home economics class or something. So go and stay in the other class, and I will stay in the class, with the teacher, and do my technical drawing with the boys. So instead of her to stay in the class, she now came outside and she was now walking around the corridor. You know how those apropos teachers so there are like a block of classes here, and there are also a block of classes opposite. So the classes there, SS1, A, B, C, then D and E. So the teachers could see themselves in the opposite. So one teacher from far away, she just saw her roaming around wearing high platforms. She just told them to go and call the girl. That the girl is wearing platforms. That didn't she know that you're not supposed to wear something more than 1 inch heel to school? She was like, she's new. Just told the girl to go and report herself. I don't care, you are new, you're not new. Go and report yourself to the principal. Someone that just got transferred, that just got the admission into a school that she has been dreaming of since just one. So she went to report herself to the principal, but she confessed that this is not my shoe. It's someone that said I should wear it too. And now said she can call the person. That's how this girl casted me fully and said, the principal is calling me. Since I was in just one, I have never entered the principal's office because I don't look for trouble. I remember the child of whom I am. I never enter trouble. I don't even know. In fact, I will never recognize the principal. I know the fact that she always comes out every assembly day to come out. If not, I would not even know her. And this is how I'm meeting this principal for the first time in my life, having one-on-one with her. So I entered the office. You're like, is it you that wear platform and gave it to a new student to help you wear? I said, yes, ma. Okay, no wahala. Told the girl to be going to collect her, and gave it to me. She was like, no wahala, I'm going to give you 1 day suspension. In my mind, I'm like, 1 day suspension. I'll try to stay outside. When my car comes, when the car comes, I will enter the car and we'll go home. Nobody needs to know. 1 day suspension. It's not even like 3 or 4 days suspension. It's fine. In my mind, I was just feeling cool, like, okay, ma. The moment she just said, I would send the teacher, she would take you home. When I heard home like this, it's as if all the bragado, all the arrogance, all the ekiti coconut head, everything just came down because there is no way I'm going home as a suspended child. It's not possible. I'm the parent pleaser. You understand? There's no way. Which home am I going to? They're going to use my head to mop that home. Okay, so I just thought, immediately I just started kneeling down. Emma Binuma, I didn't know that you are going to send teacher to take me. I thought I was just, I beg, I'm sorry. I had a shoe in my bag. I can wear it. It's sandal from GS3. I will wear it. I will wear that. Like, oh, you have sandals? And yeah, if you have the sandals, you can wear. Emma Binuma, I will wear it. Ma. I shall knelt down. I knelt down my knees. I said, I begged that woman, and she forgave me. And she was like, "Here you go. Sis, so you have shoe and you were wearing something else." I said, "I have shoe. Just that I was being coconutted." That's how she let me go, because which house am I going to? Which house? Which house? Is the house in heaven? Because that might be where I will end. Do you understand? I might end up in heaven if I'm suspended from. I just felt like there was no way I'm going to ever be a disgrace or bring disgrace to my family because of that identity, because of the kind of family I come from, because of my father's name, because of my mother's name, because of the way we are raised, because of who we are. So that's how I went back to class. I went to wear my sandals and sat down in class throughout, did not go out again until the driver came to pick us, and I ran into the car to make sure nobody saw me in that stupid sandals. I can't even remember how. I think I saved up to buy another shoe. All the big money that my mother gave me, I used it to buy another shoe, because I don't remember her buying another shoe for S1, and I don't know how I finished. But I know that I did not use that sandal for a long time before I got a new shoe for SS1. It was embarrassing. Yeah. I say all that to say that knowing who I am means that I know what is expected of me. I know what I am allowed to do, even if not from home, even if for myself. What am I allowing myself to do? What am I not allowing myself to do? Okay, this is some things I just cannot do. Some things I see, like when I watch Big Brother Nigeria, I just see some things, of which those things are not something I will probably not do. I probably will do them, but not on national television. So I see those things, I'm like, don't they have parents? Do they have family members? Share it on social media. Like, don't you have aunties, uncles? Don't you have people in your family? Don't you have a parent? Don't you have a mom or a dad? Like, do you walk around like that, doing that where they are? Why are they comfortable with that? Do you understand? I just go through my judging face when I'm just watching BBN, like, because it has to do with identity, because the kind of home you're coming from, the kind of family you have, and even if you don't have those things, how you have built yourself, who you have seen yourself to be. Before, I'm someone that I can wear anything, right? But as I've gotten older, I'm like, so why? Why do I want to expose all my thighs? Why do I want to expose my boobs? Why do I want to expose my back? Although sometimes I still want to, but why? A little bit of skin is not bad. But why do you want to just wear like obscene clothes? And I'm not judging anybody, but where is that? I realized that that's not who I am as I grew up. Like, no, I was just trying to impress people, right? And not necessarily boys, just for people to feel like, generally to feel like I'm hot. Like, yeah, that girl is hot. That's just it. That's what it stems from. It's not about, anything. It's not really who I am. I'm someone who is modest on a normal day. I'm someone who is not, I don't overdo. Everything has to be in moderation for me in every area of my life, not even talking about clothes alone. In everything must be in moderation. Whatever I'm doing, it is in moderation. Except when I'm taking care of my children. That's not in moderation. I digress. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that knowing who you are, who you truly are, helps you to navigate life. Helps you to navigate issues that you're facing. Like, so someone will come and meet me and say, oh, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, what do you want? What do you think? Quiet the noise. Quiet what you think others will think or what others are thinking. What do you think? What do you want? Know who you are first. Be in tune with yourself. Be self-aware. These are my weaknesses. These are my strengths. This is who I am. This is what I like. This is what I do not like. This is what my conscience is telling me, that is good, and this is what my conscience is telling me that is bad. Once you know who you are, nobody can tell you who you are not, and you become very hard to manipulate. So it also helps you in your relationships too. You're hard to manipulate. You're hard to control. You're hard to gaslight. Oh my God, you're hard to gaslight because you know you are. You just like, so if when people gaslight me now, I just tell them like, but do you know that you're gaslighting me? Do you know that I know that you're gaslighting me? Because I know who I am. You can't tell me, you can't tell me something and make me feel like I'm insane. No, you're trying to make me doubt what I know to be a fact. That is what gaslighting is. So I know who I am. I know what I want. So it's hard for you to tell me things that are not true, things that will make me doubt my own sanity. You cannot gaslight me. You cannot manipulate me. You cannot tell me what I will just be looking at you like I'll be doing him. Okay, do what you want now, Shebi. Because I know who I am, I know what I want, I know that I'm enough. I know that I'm enough. I know that I'm complete. I know that, and believe me, maybe if I wasn't married or if I didn't have kids, I might still have insecurities, because having kids was like a major thing for me. Like I wanted to have, I've loved kids. I would have like, it was not even like if I would, it was when I will. I used to think I would have kids when I was like 30. I would get married when I was like 30 and have kids like around that time. And I had my first kid like around 29. I've always known this is who I am. So knowing who you are, knowing who you're not, knowing what is right for you and what is wrong for you, is that identity thing helps you to navigate life seamlessly. You're not confused. You're not wondering. You're not easily manipulated. You're not controlled. You're making decisions that benefit you. And even if you're making decisions that do not benefit you, you're doing it because you're selfless. Intentionally doing it because you're selfless, not because you don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, not that somebody's manipulating you to do it. So yeah, that's like my whole story today. Know who you are, right? Just like have like an exercise. Write down, who am I? And for me, like I've, advised my daughter, like I've, try to impart it on them that who you are is who God says you are. And that's it. Once you have that, I am who God says I am, I can do what God says I can do, it helps every other area of your life. So if God says, I'm the light of the world, I'm the salt of the earth, please, how won't I be able to like have success-driven mind with that? A success-driven mindset. I'm thinking of everywhere I'm going to, I'm shining, I'm arising, I'm shining. Do you understand? I know what I know who I am, I know whose I am. I am the child of the living God. Something happened to me like about 2009, more than 10 years ago. And I stood up and I spoke into the air and there was nobody in the room. And I'm like, don't you know, Satan, that I am the daughter of the Most High God? And I sent that thing back to the sender. And I got news that he hit the sender. And I was even shocked because at that time, my faith had grown, but it had not grown to this point where that was one of the things that actually grew to this place that it is right now, where I know that my words hold power. I know that the word of God that I speak holds power, right? So just knowing that I am the daughter of the creator of heaven and earth means that I'm indomitable. Heads, I win. Tail, I multiply. So I don't care how you want to throw it. I am winning. Even when I lose, I win. Like, I am not disadvantaged. Nothing can make me disadvantaged. Nothing. That mindset really helps me in every area of my life. At work, in business, in my marriage. Just because I know that I cannot be disadvantaged. Anything that happens is working together for my good. Anything that happens, God is turning it around for me. Having that overcoming mindset really helps, like literally every area of your life. So like I said, it's not about my own power. Like I said, when my daughter said this is who she is, I was just so overjoyed. Like, that you are God's planting. You are not here just by happenstance or circumstance. God sent you here. God planted you on earth to do something, to display His glory. Oh my God, and that's for those who don't know that Bible, that verse, that's Isaiah 61, 3. Yeah, great oak, planting of the Lord to display His glory. So you can say that to your children. I can like you can say that to yourself. I am the planting of the Lord. I am the tree of righteousness, planted by God to display His glory worldwide. So everywhere you go, you carry that mindset that you are displaying the glory of God. Everywhere you go, you carry that mindset that you're doing something. You're not here just to waste. You're not here on earth just to go with the flow. Somebody sent you. God sent you. Thanks for watching this video, this episode. Thank you so much for all the love and support in the last video. If you like this video, if you like the content of this video, please like this video. Like it, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're a new viewer, and write something in the comment section. I need engagement. Engage with my videos. Don't just like. Also comment. Tell me if you've ever experienced identity crisis before, if you had any issues, if you have done something out of character because of not knowing who you were or who you are. If you would also want to share with me privately, if you want advice on anything, I'm very free. I'm open to listening and sharing with you guys anything you want to know from me. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.